Greetings, greetings. I'm happy to share a message with you about the evolution of contact and what our intention is and where that intention lies now, and a bit of a progress report for you in this sense. We have worked with humans for decades of time, specifically the beings who've come before us in earlier cycles have worked with humans for hundreds of years, working on higher dimensional levels, working with the astral states that humans enter when sleeping, taking DNA from those higher dimensional aspects of most human beings who agree while they are in that state or in that astral projected state that yes, they want to be a part of that cycle with hybrids and to work with us to help create a better link between your star families and you. And some humans have actually given their DNA from a physical level, from your area of consciousness, and have agreed to do that. Some unknowingly agreed as a soul before having the experience, others in their body before they had their memory removed by their own self, or with the other beings who told them that yes, if you agree, the memory would be taken. Either way, all of these genetic interactions have brought about a better bond of us. So we, through the hybridization process, become more close to humans. Genetically, we're closer. Physically, we're closer. Energetically and emotionally, we're getting closer to our human family. The first beings who started working with humans for hybridization were the opposite of humans. They worked strongly with only the mind, without any emotions, and with technology that's vastly outperforming human technology. And when the humans were highly emotional, less technologically savvy, and had a mixture of mental and emotional responses. And each generation that happens with hybridization, between each version of hybrids that happen, there are hundreds of steps towards that new version. So the original gray beings worked with humans and shared your genetics, and the first race was the beings, the Sassani beings, the Asani beings. And these beings, although still less emotional than humans by a large amount, closer. The next generation, the Pleyel, also closer. The Yahyel were very close. 80% of the emotional connection that humans have, but the spectrum of emotions were small. So we only inhabit the more happy versions of the emotions that you as our family has. But also, we have that great gift of the mental energy and technology from our other half of our family. And the newest version, some call them Gahyel, some say Shalanaya, the newest version, the one that's most likely to start working with humans in a physical interactive sense, living on Earth and having humans live with us. This is where we're at in the cycle. And we of the Yahyel are giving our own guidance to the Gahyel, and we're giving them information, the genetic database that we've had working with humans, our own database of our own experiences, our children's experience that are hybridized with humans that work with their parents all the time in astral states. The program itself has benefited both of us greatly. There's always the intention, our own desire is always to live with humans and be a part of your civilization if humans want us to. And of course, if that's not the case, then we would not live with you, because your own free will is important. But it's also important to say that's why, instead of living on planets, most of us just live on ships in your solar system. This is why the frequency of your sightings have been increased. This is why experiences with humans on an interactive and telepathic scale has grown so much in a very short time. And this experience of being able to work with humans directly, verbally, in the channeled state and telepathic channeled state has also helped us tremendously. Now we have conversations directly with you instead of only having communication with the lesser percentage of humans who've opened their telepathy. So, this is something that's one of the first steps we're working on. In the dream state, in the astral state, this is where most of our work is done. The humans connect with ourselves, our children work with both sides of their parents, and we communicate back and forth. This helps build the telepathy for every human. All of you have intuition. Intuition is the border of telepathy. It's the very edge of where telepathy comes from. So, intuition is where the ending of one energy and the start of another of telepathy is. So, all of you are building your intuition. You're doing that through going through life experiences on Earth. But in that state, in the astral state, so much more information is coming back to your human self, your very physical self. The telepathy is being worked on, and like exercising your body, your energy of telepathy is opening and strengthening itself by engaging repetitively. And by doing this, not with just us, but all of your guides that work with you, do you realize how many Syrian beings exist right now in your solar system? How many Pleiadian beings are in your solar system right now? How many Arcturian beings are in your solar system now? There are so many different of us who want to work with humans who exist in this solar system. This is why the input of seen ships is increasing. It's why the personal experiences of you who are working with your telepathy and intuition are increasing. This is why your dream states have been more active recently, more powerful recently. So there's so many things that we learn from each other. The intention, and some will say agenda, but the word agenda means what our desire is with our actions. So our agenda is to work with humans, to learn from humans, for humans to learn from us, and to live together eventually when you're ready for that. The Gahyel intention is to be with their family in the physical sense at the most that they can. So that's our agenda. And in that agenda, we also want to help you. We want to help you learn about yourselves. We want you to open your technology. We want you to open your consciousness. And that's what we want. Where we're at right now with that is a different story. It's moving. That mark of when more humans can have a personal contact and when all humans will have a greater contact. That's always moving. And it's moving because Earth is shifting so fast. The collective energies of every human now individually are shifting so fast. The collective is shifting too. So there are windows and timelines where the earliest experience is the summer of next year for many humans to be able to have mass sightings with ships flying over cities, major cities, and millions and hundreds of millions of humans are able to see ships for themselves. Good sightings on video recording, proof, not just technology to beam images in the sky like some of your governments have, but actual ships. interactable with you. When you think a thought, you will see a response with the lights brightening or the movement of the ship very quickly. The same thing that this group of humans now is working on, your close encounter of the fifth kind, ACE5. So right now, that would be available for more people. Earliest window next summer, the latest window, the beginning of 2030 time. And 2030 is that end marker because there are so many things happening with humans and their collective that you're working out, mostly how the world governs itself or how you govern yourself. And the collective sense, there are governments, and there are politicians, and there are monarchies, and there are parliamentary systems, and all of those either work somewhat well or very badly. So that system itself is a big part of the interactions with us. When you have a government that you don't feel trustworthy in, being the communication device between us, you wouldn't trust our words very well. You would say, if these beings who lie to us about so many things tell us what the family outside of Earth is telling them, it wouldn't be received very well. So we have to wait for you as an Earth race to work through that process too. And it's becoming better every day. So the possibility for that spectrum exists. And we're putting our intention, our desires and actions are to fulfill our role, which is supporting you for what you want to do. And if what you want to do is not have us here, but you still want to learn and grow, we can work with you that way. If your desire is to have us here and live with you here on your earth, we'll do that. And if your desire is to ignore us completely, we don't mind. But we want to be a part of whatever exchange with our family as we can. And believe us when we say that you are our family, not just what we see you as, but your genetics tell that truth in our genetics. Over half of our genetics are human genetics. And the signature of Earth DNA exists in us too.